Good evening, Pearsall family. Um, I just want to say thank you so much for letting me speak into your life. Hopefully, something of value. I know that Miss Sherry has spotlighted this about me and my family, and honestly, it is not something that we've really intentionally worked at. Now that we're older, we have, and we do, but I think it just kind of happened, and that is prioritizing each other and our family. I'm at the office and they're doing tours, so who knows what will pop in. It's okay. So, family, I looked it up, has been mentioned 123 times in the Bible and in 76 verses. Got my notes here. I think we need to know, first and foremost, what does God say about your family and about prioritizing family. We have to build on His Word. That has to be our foundation. There's a lot of great books out there, self-helps they call them, but those come secondary. His Word is what we have to build everything on. And when you start diving into the scriptures, basically, He doesn't leave any room for question about family. He really lays it out there, our roles as a husband, our roles as a wife, and even our role and what His expectations are of children. He spells it out. And I found it interesting that He calls His church, us, His children, part of the family. When we accept Christ, we're accepted into the family. So family's pretty important to God. That's how I feel. And it should be to us. We should honor and we should cherish our families. God knew we were going to need each other. He knew that we needed that unit. And sometimes families are non-existent for whatever reason. I know I have a nephew who lost his dad, and basically he's alone. He was an only child. He doesn't have that family unit any longer. But God created that in the family of God, so we can just step up and step in where we need to. It's pretty awesome. We know how when God creates something beautiful, what happens? Satan provides counterfeit. Never fails. He counterfeits everything. And he tries to take those counterfeits and bring them to us just to destroy what God intended. So, ladies, gentlemen, if you're listening, protect, guard your families. And this begins with yourself first. Think about the airplane. They always tell you to put your mask on, your oxygen mask on, before you take care of your children. And that seems counterintuitive, but it's not. If you're not okay, you can't help anyone else. So be sure and take care of yourself, not to neglect your spouses or your children or your mothers or your dads or whatever. But, airplane method here, people. We got to take care of ourselves or we're no good to anyone. We need to bring attention to and awareness to what's important in our lives. It's not just going to happen. We have to be intentional. This article I read said, kind of put it in a 1, 2, 3, 4 format. 1, plan ahead and schedule. Get the calendar out. Plan ahead together and schedule. Whatever that is. Everybody's going to be different. For some, I know for Tim and I, just taking walks has been a lifeline for us. And we'll walk 3 miles twice a day sometimes. And it's usually when we really need that time together to just solve the world's problems, is what we say. it says, the article said to mark it in ink. In other words, don't be wishy-washy with it. If you say you're going to do something, you mark it in ink on the calendar, so to speak, and you stick to it. Don't let just every little thing wipe it off the calendar. But then it's not important anymore. And the next thing you know, the priority has just gone away. Say no. Just say no. Say no to some things that aren't that important or that are destroying what you're trying to do as a family. Just say no. Readjust. Whatever you have to do. Some things can't happen immediately. You can't be rude. You can't not honor your commitments, but you can work towards that. And then in the future, just say no. And number 4, I loved this one. Be present. So you get together as a family, as a spouse, whatever, and you go out to eat, or maybe you go fishing, I don't know, whatever it is you're doing, be present. Be present. Don't be stuck in your nose in your phone or thinking off here. And I think you really have to work at that. You have to work at focusing. I always tell Tim, look at me, look in my eyes. I'm talking to you. I want him to look all the way in through my eyes into my heart. That's important to me. Then I know he's really listening. He's really hearing my heart. And then I do the same for him. So, has it been easy? Nope. I remember times when I felt really, really low on the priority list. And we're all going to go through those times. You know, look at me, I'm tearing up. We all go through those times, but what we have to do is cry out to God. Don't give up. Just don't give up. You stay adamant. You keep trying. You get back up. You work on a new plan, whatever it is. Or maybe you just spend that season in prayer for your spouse or your children, and it'll come. It'll happen. Just don't give up. The scripture says that the Lord shall renew your strength, and you shall rise up with wings of eagles. You shall run and not be weary. And when is that? When you wait. When you wait on the Lord. He's going to carry you. It's going to be okay. You can do this, ladies. You can do this, husbands, whoever's listening. The other thing I just wanted to mention as I finish up this little devotional is people are watching. And not only is this going to be a huge thing for your lives and for you to work through, I mean, journal it, get a plan, write it out. Don't just assume it's going to happen. Life gets busy and you forget. But if you have a written plan, I know it seems kind of adolescent maybe, but have a written plan, and you keep maybe every weekend you kind of look at it and reevaluate, and hey, how do we do? How's this going? We need to adjust, whatever. But revisit it, make sure you're on the right track. Don't give up. Whatever you can do, whatever you do, don't give up. And yeah, what I was going to say is people are watching. So it's so valuable to you personally, and so valuable to those around you. We're leading by example. So I love you, and I hope this helps. And we'll see you soon. Take care of yourself.